Problems don't seem to end in Manipur. New problems get added to the list and the old persists, making the problem longer. The Rongmei Naga tribe blocked key routes including NH37, National Highway 37, starting at the midnight on Sunday. NH37, which connects Jiribam in Manipur to Silchar in Assam, is a vital lifeline for the state. And not only vital, it's essential. Traffic came to a halt along National Highway and Tongjei Maril Road due to the indefinite BANDH called by the council. The complete shutdown began on August 18th, has caused widespread disruption as BANDH has led to lack of essential commodities in the valley. The supply chain has been affected. The trucks carrying essential commodities have been stranded on highway since the blockade began on Sunday. The blockade affects three major routes: Loktak Project Road, Old Kachar Road and National Highway 37, which connects the state to Assam. However, some exemptions were made for medical emergencies, but that's not enough, because to block a road is to punish people, and with the BANDH in place, you are punishing people who are in the valley, and it is severely disrupting the movement of petroleum and related products. It is also affecting the movement of medicines and availability both in the valley districts and some hill areas. The state is experiencing severe shortage of LPG, with distributors struggling to meet demands. Although petrol and diesel are relatively available, many residents are turning to black market for refilled cylinders. Imagine you have to buy it in black, that too in a state which is under so much of turmoil. The shutdown aims to demand an alternative administrative arrangement for the minority Naga tribe in Noni district. And let me tell you, the administrative arrangement is an issue which Biren Singh touched in the assembly and blamed the Congress for creating administrative regions for political necessity or for political reasons. Now, the Rongmei Naga Council, which is imposing the blockade, which is saying that they should be administratively put under a different region. Right now, they are in the Kukizo dominated Chura Chandpur and Kongpi districts. Now they want the entire area to be part of the Naga majority Noni district, which means they want a realignment of the area in the Naga majority district, which is like an ethnic realignment. And that worries me, because if every community wants to create an ethnic realignment, then it will create chaos in India. Only realignment which has happened in India is on the linguistic basis. The council representing the tribe described the blockade as the last resort after repeated appeals to the chief minister. They claim went unanswered. A formal memorandum outlining their demand was submitted on June 15, 2024. In another related development, the Manipur Congress slammed BJP and alleged that they have no clear roadmap for peace in the state. The Congress President Meghachandra Singh also said that it is the failure of the administration under the Chief Minister, and as long as he is in power, the crisis will not be resolved.
In his interview to some of the media friends, he stated that the core issue of Manipur, he said that the core issues of this present violence is that external aggression and these infiltrations of the illegal immigrants, and many of the illegal immigrants are encroaching to the border of Manipur. After that, Honorable Chief Minister has stated that after infiltrating to the boundary of Manipur, many of them are started planting poppy and also manufacturing of drugs and all. This is what he said, that it is a core issue of the present violence. Honorable Chief Minister has stated. But in this connection, I want to interact with you that we have our laws. That is the Foreigner Act, Foreigners Law. I mean, the foreigners cannot come across the boundary of India. So it means that It is the failure of the administration of the state of Manipur under this double angel government. How can these illegal immigrants enter the boundary of India? It is the failure of the external affairs ministers. And also, he never reported to the ministry. The earlier ministers of the external affairs, Shri R.K. Ranjan Singh, he is also represented from Manipur. He was the external affairs minister. He also once said that the present chief ministers never reported to the ministry. That's why the blocking and the stopping of these illegal immigrant entering across the boundary of India, it could not happen to blockade.
And now let's listen into the bite that Meghachandra is talking about. Biren Singh, in an interview with me, had stated that the illegal immigration and drug trade are the core issues behind the conflict in the state.
This present crisis is, I am very sad in a sense, it should not be like this. Because the core issues was, identification of illegal migrants from the Myanmar and other countries. When drug traffickers are might be using as the agency of the China. I don't want to mention, might be using by the Western country, because drugs peddler involved, drug smuggler, mafia involved, many people from the Western country.
Are you saying there is a China hand?
I cannot say, but possibility is there. These core issues is not with them. This is whatever happening today is those who come from the outside as illegal migrants and are settled in the reserve forests and are doing the drugs business, destroying the forests, they are planting poppies, and they are doing drug business, which can destroy the generation. These are the core issues.
So there are two issues. One is administrative reorganization, and the second is the issue what are the core issues. I am joined by P.K. Mishra from IGBSF Manipur. I am also joined by Hijang Misao, social activist. In studio, Brijesh is with me, Brijesh Pandey, our input editor. But to Mr. Mishra first. So, if every community starts talking about ethnic reorganization for administrative purpose, where will it end? And Nagas jumping into this fray, how would you see it?
Yes, I have spoken today to Impal and also to Jiribam and also to Churachandpur. Today only I have spoken to them. And what it transpired that these Rongmei Nagas, they have given this memorandum on 23rd December 23 to the Chief Minister that their demand is for these Rongmei Nagas and other small Naga tribes, particularly Rongmei tribe, Kom tribe, Kharam tribe, and Imol tribe, Cheru tribe, and Chudgang tribe. They must, for those who are there in Kankopi and Churachandpur, they should be taken to Noni district. And last demand, they placed to Chief Minister the reminder they have given to on 15th June 2024. The government knew that such demand has come. But I can well tell, as the Honorable Chief Minister is telling, that such type of demands cannot be acceded to. And the reason behind this will be different because the border is still open. Border to Myanmar is still not closed and fencing has not come up. And what has happened, all these Naga tribes at Tongjei Maril, Leimarak and Chori Khulen, these areas, they have totally cut all the trees and they have put it on the road, and boulders they have brought to the road, and they have completely blocked it from Sunday night. And what the problem Manipur is facing, Impal is facing, Bishnupur is facing, Churachandpur is facing oil and gas problem. And this has been done by this Naga community intentionally. If Nagas, they want, okay, they will all go to Ukhrul, they will all go to Tamenglong, they will take away some land from Kankopi and Chandel and also from Bishnupur. that cannot be acceded to. There must be some other reason, some other external force which is involved in this. And this Jiribam road, this particular road, even there is a landslide. For the last 2 days, there is a landslide also in these areas. And this is the life lane to Imphal, to Manipur, from Assam, everything it comes. And closing this road, it is really horrible. The state administration must look into this, whatever may be the reason. And this type of reason, you see now the Tamkul Nagas, those who are there in Tamenglong, they will tell, okay, we also want to take away some portion from the Tamenglong and Ukhrul and make another district also. They can come up with that particular problem. So these problems.
You are saying that this, Mr. Mishra, you are saying that
Yes.
this road cannot be closed because it's lifeline to Imphal. Let me introduce Misao also. Let me just introduce Misao also. Misao, your take on this, because if every community says that they should be ethnically aligned, then what will be the integrity of the state? Now, Nagas are saying that they should be taken out from the Maiti-dominated areas.
Thank you, Kartikeya, for allowing me to be part of this show. I'm right now in Manipur. I think it's like a ground zero report. I would tell you, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur totally fails to see the core issue of Manipur when he was saying the core issue is illegal immigrant and poppy cultivation. That's why the Manipur is still lingering into all this prolonged, complex problem which is difficult to solve. I would tell you, Manipur is such a small state which is part of India, and it is a state highly polarized on ethnic lines. And this polarization is not something new, and the demands of the Naga tribes is not something new. Because of the demands of the Nagas who were demanding alternative arrangement for the Naga inhabited areas, there were June uprisings where 18 precious life of the Métis lost their life for protecting the integrity of Manipur. And till today, the Métis observe every year June uprising. That's a day when they used to remember the Maltai who were sacrificing their life for protecting the integrity of Manipur. So failing to see all this or failing to understand this issue as the core issue is something which is very unfortunate for someone who is sitting and occupying the highest post in the state. Now,
This is
let
what's
me tell
happening.
you,
Yeah. What is happening? Why is this blockade?
the blockade, I would say blockade. I mean, these demands is something which is not new. That's why since the state government turned blind eye and deaf ear to the demand, they are taking up this extreme measure of blocking the national highway. In fact, blocking highway is not something which is recommendable. But when the people has no option, I think they are, resorting to such extent or extreme measure where they are expecting that by doing that, the voice and the concern they are putting up would be heard by those in power. So that's why, the Rongmei tribes, which is demanding integration of the villages of their tribes into one administrative area, is something, the manifestation of the highly polarized nature of Manipur. And that needs to be understood, and the core issue, which I said, that has to be understood and come up with some kind of solution. So that, today, if you keep harping on saying that illegal immigration, poppy cultivation are the core issue, then you fail to see it, which means that you want Manipur to continue to be in this situation where, even it's you do something here, unless you address the core issue,
Okay.
Manipur
Fair enough.
will
Let me
never
just go to
get
Brijesh
back
also.
to
Okay, let me
normal.
just go to Brijesh. Brijesh, there are two things here. One is about the core issue which Biren Singh had spoken. But the larger issue is, which I am again repeating, if everyone says that they need to be ethnically reorganized and to be with their tribes, one, what about the integrity of Manipur? And secondly, what sort of a precedent will it set?
Well, I think, more than the precedent, I am worried about the fact that, that the state administration is not being able to take into the account the apprehensions of various other ethnic tribes. It has been a highly polarized state. This is what is happening is not new, and this is not happening for the first time. The fact of the matter is that that any ethnicity can lay siege to the NH37, which is the lifeline of Manipur, and which prevent goods, and you put so many people to inconvenience, causing immense hardship to the daily lifestyle, and the government is not able to do anything. So yesterday it was said that the cookies had laid siege to the NH, and today the Nagas are saying, and they're saying that they have already submitted a demand with the Chief Minister, and there's no sympathetic hearing as far as the state administration is concerned. So, I mean, I think the state administration now really needs to play the proactive role, because polarization is nothing new. And it is also a fact that, with every ethnicity demanding reorganization, then there will be no state like Manipur in its existing avatar. So earlier you were saying that the cookies wanted the greater this thing, and there was also a demand for greater Nagaland. Okay. So how do you deal with this situation?
Okay. So my question to Mr. Mishra is, Nagas coming into the fray for the first time after so many years, what does it tell us about the conflict, sir?
Yes, the conflict zone has expanded now. Earlier also Naga came up for demanding portions from Ukhrul and Tamenglong. I remember in 2002, 2003, when I was there, the Nagas came up that we should go for Greater Nagaland, and they also wanted some portion of Chandel also, because the population of Nagas are more. So that doesn't mean that Manipur, if they lose their own territory, like that, if we tell now the Kerala will not be a part of India, do you mean that we will leave that one? This is not possible, and Manipur cannot leave it. This is exactly what it is happening about this Rongmei Nagas, and there are small or other Naga tribes who have combined this. It is not a cookie and mighty fight which was there. Now this is the second problem which has come up, and the best part of it, Jiribam is the fulcrum. Jiribam is the fulcrum which should be sorted out by the government, by the state government. If they cannot sort it out with paramilitary forces, it is better to deploy army in that area, because it is too much. Enough is enough in that state, because I can tell you today I spoke to Churachandpur, Kangpopi. Anybody wants to go to Kangpopi, he has to pay 50 rupees. You want to enter Churachandpur, you have to pay 50 rupees. Is it called a state? This is what is happening today. And because of this blockade, militant organizations, they are benefited, contractors are benefited, and few of the forces also are being benefited. And the worst part of it, CRPF convoys also cannot pass from Silchar to Imphal. They are also blocked at that point. This is too much which is happening in this state, and I hope so that Honorable Chief Minister come up to the expectation, and such types of things should not be allowed to happen. He should immediately go there, call all the leaders and have a discussion with them, but then with a heavy hand. It requires a heavy hand, otherwise if we don't do it, this is what will happen like Bangladesh. And it cannot be tolerated. I have spoken to cookies. I have spoken also to Nagas in those areas today only. And this is too much. From Kangpopi and 2 districts and Jiribam. These 3 points the state government must have to handle. If they cannot handle, I am sorry, absolutely. Then the army rules would come. This is too much for a state that it is burning. Manipur is burning. And the Chief Minister cannot go to Jiribam. I am telling you, he cannot reach Jiribam. Is this called a state? Why he cannot do it? Why he cannot solve it? And by the way, it's a BJP government. I'm not political. I'm telling you that things are going bad to worse day by day in Manipur. And what Honorable MP of Manipur stated also earlier, perhaps mighties are thinking in a different way. They are thinking in a different way. I don't want to speak that. But we are losing. And the government is losing. Can we lose a state like this? And it's too much, I am telling you. We are having this, we know that weapons, they came from Myanmar border. We know China's involvement. Mr. our Chief Minister knows it, and Biren Singh ji knows it that China's involvement is there. That doesn't mean that we will allow China and Myanmar to penetrate and have 60,000, 70,000 people to be there in Manipur and weapons to keep on coming. Enough is enough, I am telling you, and I am very frank in telling. These type of blocks are being also supported by few elements,
Okay.
maybe by one of us also. I am telling you by one of us also, so that we get benefited, and this is what is happening, and Chief Minister knows it very well. He
Okay,
knows it very well.
Misao, tell me, has Jiribam really become the center of all problems?
I would never agree to that point. Jiribam is area where I know both the communities are settling, but we should not mislead the entire population by saying that Jiribam is the center of everything. If Jiribam is center of everything, the fulcrum, then I think what has been transpired in Jiribam can also have ripple effects in other part of Manipur. So, Kartike, to be honest, I'm going to tell you, Manipur, I would say the real and the core issue lies in the way how Manipur is administered. I think everyone knows it is a highly polarized state on ethnic line for which there are numbers of armed groups who are coming up and saying that they will have their own administration in whatever form. Now, the Nagas' demand for alternative arrangement is not something new. So that was much before the violence of this prison in Manipur. They've been demanding, and the longest blockage of the Assam highway was during the demand for alternative arrangement. Now, failing to address this core issue, I think we are only making a symptomatic treatment by only helping, trying to save the face of the misdeed, saying that Manipur core issue is illegal immigration and poppy cultivation. Now, I would say, when we are saying all these things, I think the state is there, and it's the bounded duty of the state government to take care of all these things. And when they keep saying these things, they are also exposing themselves, saying that they are incapable of handling the border and also administration of Manipur, which is very sorry. And the sorry state of affairs which is happening in Manipur, I think that needs to be taken into account by every single population of Manipur. And it's high time both all the communities, either Kukis or Manipur, Meiteis or Nagas, that such a lovely state, which our Honorable Prime Minister of India, Governor Nehru called it the jewel of India, which is plunging into turmoil and all kinds of problems. I think it is high time we must come back to our sense and find someone who can also govern us and bring all this warring community into a state where each community and all the community were living peacefully without any kind of hatred. I think that if such thing happen at one point of time, there's always a chance of such thing happening in the future, provided we have a leader who is not communal in his approach, who is not biased. And it is very clear now that the audio of Chief Minister N. Biren has been surfaced everywhere, where it has been proved that he is responsible and he is the one who started all this war on ethnic line in Manipur. I think it's high time both the Meiteis, we have lots of Meiteis,
we cannot vouch for the authenticity of the video.
I think I know there's a controversy, there's a clarification. It has come from the police that it's AI generated. I really don't want to get into it, something which has become sub judice and part of
the police will always do that.
Yes,
you
have the right to speak and address that issue. I have no problem with it. But there's a clarification of the police. It says that it's AI generated. But I think the points which both our guests made is clear, that there is a problem in the state. And the problem in the state is that the theatre has expanded, and in this expanded theatre, people of Manipur are suffering. I thank all of you, but I leave you with some of the most powerful bites which have come.
Everything we are defunction now because the situation in state, Manipur is like what to say, not taking care of us. Okay, it's not taking care of us. We don't know what to do and how to go to meet our people. Like what we need, we have to go to Silchar, but it's very difficult to go to Silchar because of the situation. And for that, we want to arrange some alternative for us, like administration arrangement to attach Noni, and that is the main problem. And now we all are like defunction. We don't know anything about that, and our area is very small area, but government never come and visit our area, and not information. We don't have information, like we are dead. Okay, almost we are dead, and so we want to little aware about that our area, and that is the main problem.
First, a lot of inconveniences to go to our district of Silchar and Kangpokpi, because our Indian people, Rongmei tribe, the majority tribes, and there are many sub-tribes, Kom, Karam, Aimo, and Chirus. Different tribes are there. But we are facing lots of troubles. We go to these two districts because of these our own brethren, Meiteis and Goki ethnic classes. So these problems are there, you know. When you go to Silchar, there are a lot of stoppage, checking out, and a lot of time wasted. On the other, there are 2-3 stations. The Onkogi Joe brothers, they took us stakes, you know. We have so much payment. We cannot go to line bus now. We go by hiring the vehicles. We have spent a lot of money to get certificate, to go for development schemes, all these.
So I'm Payal Nath, the CEO and Director of Kadam Heart.